Psalms chapter 21, the victorious king. For the music director, Psalm of David, Adonai the king rejoices in your strength. How greatly he delights in your salvation. You granted him his heart's desire, and you did not withhold the request of his lips. Selah. For you met him with the best blessings. You set on his head a crown of pure gold. He asked you for life. You gave it to him, length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through your salvation. Honor and majesty you bestow on him, for you bestow on him eternal blessings. Gladden him with joy in your presence. For the king trusts in Adonai, and in the loving kindness of Elyon he will not be shaken. Your hand will find all of your enemies. Your right hand will overtake you. Those who hate you, you will make them like a fiery furnace at the time of your appearing. In his wrath, Adonai will swallow them up, and fire will consume them. You destroy their offspring from the earth, their seed from the children of men. Though they intended evil against you and devised a plot, they cannot succeed. For you make them turn their backs. You aim your bowstring at their faces. Be exalted, Adonai, in your strength. We will sing and praise your might. Psalm chapter 22, Suffering Servant. For the music director on the Doe of the Dawn, a psalm of David, my God, why have you forsaken me? Distant from my salvation are the words of my groaning. O my God, I cried out by day, but you did not answer. By night there was no rest for me, yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. In you our fathers put their trust. They trusted and you delivered them. They cried to you and were delivered. In you they trusted and were not disappointed. Am I a worm and not a man? Am I a scorn of men, despised by people? All who see me mock me. They curl their lips, shaking their heads. Rely on Adonai, let him deliver him and rescue him, since he delights in him. Yet you brought me out of the womb, made me secure at my mother's breasts. From the womb I was cast on you. From my mother's womb you have been my God. Be not far from me, for trouble is near. There is no one to help. Many bulls have surrounded me. Strong bulls of Bashan encircled me. They opened wide their mouths against me like a tearing, roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are disjointed. My heart is like wax, melting within my innards. My strength is dried up like a clay pot. My tongue clings to my jaws. You lay me in the dust of death, for dogs have surrounded me. A band of evildoers has closed in on me. They pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones. They stare, they gape at me. They divide my clothes among them and cast lots for my garment. But you, Adonai, will not be far off. O my strength, come quickly to my aid. Deliver my soul from the sword, my only one from the power of the dogs. Save me from the lion's mouth, from the horns of the wild oxen. Rescue me. I will declare your name to my brothers. I will praise you amid the congregation. You who fear Adonai, praise him. All Jacob's descendants glorify him. Revere him, all you seed of Israel. For he has not despised or disdained the suffering of the lowly one, nor has he hidden his face from him. When he cried to him, he heard from you. Is my praise in the great assembly. I will fulfill my vows before those who fear him. Let the poor eat and be satisfied. Let them who seek after him praise Adonai. May your hearts live forever. All the ends of the earth will remember and turn to Adonai. All the families of the nations will bow down before you. For the kingdom belongs to Adonai, and he rules over the nations. All the rich of the earth will feast and worship. Everyone who goes down to the dust will kneel before him, even the one who could not keep his own soul alive. His posterity will serve him, telling the next generation about my Lord. They will come and declare his righteousness to a people yet to be born, because he has done it. Psalms 23, Adonai Rohe, a psalm of David. Adonai is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. For your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and you anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalms 24, the King of Glory. A psalm of David. The earth is Adonai's, and all that fills it, the world and those dwelling in it, for he founded it upon the seas, and established it upon the rivers. Who may go up on the mountain of Adonai? Who may stand in his holy place? One with clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted his soul in vain, not sworn deceitfully. He will receive a blessing from Adonai, righteousness from God, his salvation, such as the generation seeking him, seeking your face, even Jacob. Selah, lift up your heads, O gates, and be lifted up, you everlasting doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is this King of glory? Adonai strong and mighty, Adonai mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O gates, and lift them up, you everlasting doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is this King of glory? Adonai Zavat. He is the King of glory. Selah. Psalms 25. Teach me your paths, Of David, to you, Adonai, I lift up my soul. O my God, in you I trust, so I will not be ashamed, and my enemies will not gloat over me. Surely no one who waits for you will be ashamed, but the treacherous without cause will be ashamed. Show me your ways, Adonai. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God, my salvation. For you I wait all day. Remember, Adonai, your compassions and your mercies, for they are from eternity. Remember not the sins of my youth, nor my rebellion. According to your mercy, remember me. For the sake of your goodness, Adonai, good and upright is Adonai. Therefore he directs sinners in the way. He guides the humble in what is right and teaches the humble his way. All Adonai's ways are loving kindness and truth to those who keep his covenant and his testimonies. For your name's sake, Adonai, pardon my guilt, for it is great. Who is the man who fears Adonai? He will instruct him in the way he should choose. His soul abides in goodness, and his offspring will inherit the land. The secret of Adonai is for those who fear him. He makes his covenant known to them. My eyes are always looking to Adonai, for he will pull my feet out of the net. Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted. The troubles of my heart increase. Bring me out of my dark distress. See my affliction and my suffering, and take away all my sins. See my enemies, how many they are. They hate me with violent hatred. Guard my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I take refuge in you. May integrity and uprightness protect me, for I wait for you. Redeem Israel, O God, from all their troubles.